Guava. Welcome everybody. Look at this. How's everybody doing today? Happy Sunday to everybody. Before we even say a word, Guava. Hey, Black Tropical Homestead. I pulled out a few things. Hey, Carbon Q. I can't see you, but I see. Oh, there you go. I see you. Let me see what we got here. Here we go. Here we go. Everybody, welcome. And Lady Led is on her way. She ran out. She ran out to go grab some things that we need. Because really, what I really want to do, I do not want to get into the crazy part of this yet. I really want to keep this newbie friendly. So now I do want to touch on something. I asked all of my real preppers and my OGs, I asked you to put in the video we did yesterday, I asked everybody to put in the comments section a list of supplies that they know. That went a little sideways. And I'm not talking about the supplies that people were ready to talk about. I'm talking about the lack thereof. What was funny to me was much all due respect. Thank you, Teresa Lewis. All due respect, and I appreciate the compliments. It was more comments about Lady Led's hair than trying to survive, and I was reading that stuff like, should I cancel this? I really was reading like, oh, what do you do to your hair? How does you do? And I'm sitting here like, didn't we just both sit in here and discuss trying to save your tailbone after if your vehicle break down or you get stranded? Me and Lady Les spoke about bad situations, and I could have swore we were talking about a photo shoot. So that almost made me just like pull back because I didn't know whether we were serious or not. Now, everybody wanted me. Now, I did the bucket bug out video. As a matter of fact, check this out. I pulled out a couple of buckets. Here's a lot of my fire starting kit. You see what I'm saying? I know this don't look like it's gonna start a fire to you, but this is prime example of a fire starting kit for me. I was doing all this putting stuff together, and I'm going in my stash, and I'm pulling stuff out. I got a few things on the table, but it kind of took the wind out of my sail after a while, because I'm like, man, I'm seeing these comments about hair and makeup. I think it was a blessing and a curse. Because the thing it let me know was number one, it's just that many people that just don't care. It's just that many people that's going to get in a bad situation and won't be able to get out of it. It's not that I'm the say all, end all, be all of prepping or anything like that. It's just let me let you in on a secret. Lady Led loves this as much as I do. She doesn't seem like it. Why you think she sat in? She couldn't wait to get in on this. She couldn't wait. All of the stuff I talk about, my wife is 100% down with. She may take it from another point of view, another angle, but she's 100% down with everything I'm down with. Now, I don't know if she read the comments or anything, but it was like, whew, man. Everybody asked me why didn't I go and do, that been like 3 or 4 years ago that I did the bucket bug out video, right? And for years I've been like, nah, that was enough. That was good enough. And the reason why was because not too many people took it serious. But we in the last 3 or 4 years we've dealt with hurricanes, plagues, tornadoes, flooding. We've dealt with all of this stuff. And I always think about all the people that were in that chat of the bucket bug out video, which I'll put at the end of this video, that were talking about what color shoes I had on. Because it was a lot of that, what kind of shirt I had on, what color shoes, and I was in it. We had firemen, we had nurses, we had doctors, we had medical professionals, military personnel. We had everybody in the house at that time, and everybody was more concerned about what kind of ring I was wearing. Where did I get that jelly ring I had on? I didn't get it. So I'm not gonna make this video long at all. There were several people that really went hard in that last video yesterday and listed all kinds of excellent stuff that you really need to go look at. I do want to give everybody props that came in and really put forward the effort to say or tell people what you either think will help them or what's in your bug out bag, what's in your everyday carry. That is ultra important. The only reason I'm doing this video at all is, yeah, trying to help each other. Ben 10, you don't know what E.D.C is? Okay, I'm a play with you. Okay, it's everyday carry. Your E.D.C is your everyday carry, meaning everything you carry on your person every single day. Things that you do not leave home without. Hey, Black Poindexter, Black Tropical Homestead, Precious SoCal Gardener, and I know a whole new perspective of being here in a minute if I ain't seen her already. Hey, TLC in the garden. I'm telling you guys, your everyday carry does not mean that you have to, that does not mean a firearm only, because I've had people say, oh, that's your firearm. No, it's literally everything you carry from the moment you leave the house, literally from the moment you wake up for me. Okay? Once I leave the house, it gets a little bit more serious. Hey, Sunday Backyard Farmer. Hey, Crafty Mom's Creation. It gets a little bit more intense once I leave the house. But around the house, you know, I carry that thing on my hip, and I carry me something to cut some steaks, if you dig what I'm saying. So yeah, most definitely. Any questions before we get going? What was that? Does E.D.C have to always be on you? Yes, that's your, listen, the last word is carry. Your everyday carry. I have a separate bag for the car, and I carry a fanny pack. It's everything. It's everything. You're going to have things that's on you, and you're going to have things in your bag, you know? Hey, Beauty in the Garden. Let me see. So your everyday carry is everything that you grab. You got, okay, where's my E.D.C? this is my everyday carry bag. This is the one. This is my everything. I don't leave the house without this bag ever. Ever, ever, never, ever. I got a bunch of stuff in there that gets me through my everyday life. Need a bigger bag. You need a bigger bag, Ask G? You need a bigger bag? I'm trying to figure out what you was talking about. Hey, Diva 9000X. Say, Lead Farmer, my sister in Gary started a garden after I turned her on to your channel. Well, thank you. Tell her I said thank you. Yeah, it's a yeah for that list I made. Well, that's why we're doing it, Ash, is because, hey, hands in the dirt. We're doing this because actually, when I was going through my bag, let me show you something. I'm gonna show you two things that's very important. Very important. Super important. Okay. I'm glad I seen Sunday Backyard Farmer in here because Sunday Backyard Farmer gifted me this pin flashlight. Now, I cannot remember how many lumens on there. Where my glasses at? This thing is so bright, I cannot believe it, and it fits in the palm of my hand and in my pocket. The best thing about this is rechargeable, and it's a snap-on tool. It's rechargeable. So I can just recharge this via USB, and I don't have to worry about the batteries. Now, the reason when I went in my bag and I had to refresh a few things, even though this is an excellent choice, it's still, look, okay, I mean, come on. This is solar and it is wind up. Let me show you, because I got to give the features of this, because you can wind this power up. If it's dead, you can wind that power up. You don't need it to be solar. It's rechargeable as well, but you can also, that's a solar panel right there. I mean, the dirt cheap, well, they ain't cheap no more. Remember, I did this about a year or so ago, year or two ago. I was getting these for a couple of dollars, and now you can't afford them hardly. They're so expensive. But as big as this is, it has a weather band NOAA radio on it, an AM/FM radio, and USB to charge your phone. The light is solar panel. You got a light up under here, and you also can crank it. This is a good one, okay? And it's very lightweight. But this is super, super small, super convenient. And here's the other thing. If I need to fight, this is going to help me do that, because this is metal, this is plastic. Okay? Am I going to have links? Okay. Everybody that's asking, am I going to have links? The links should be, let me check them. All of the links are in the description box below. If you go straight to the description box, I did the best I could do without going in my bag and post all the links. This list is going to grow as I go through this bag, because it's the other reason I stopped putting so much stuff on the list in the links. Hey, whole new perspective, is because remember, this is you building your own bag. Okay, this is you building your bag. I'm not building it for you. So this is what I need you to. We can start out with this here, and I'm looking for any answers. What do you think you may need in your bug out bag? Number one, does everybody have a bag? Did everybody bring a bag with them? Let me go get an empty bag. I'm gonna just play for giggles here, and I'm gonna get I'm gonna just grab one of my rifle bags for jokes and giggles. Okay, so this will be my bug out bag. It does not have to be everything. Everybody got a bag. Number one, what do you think? What do you think you need that I don't need? You know what I'm saying? What do you think you would need? There's things that I wouldn't think to use. Like yesterday, everybody was saying, feminine is certain feminine products that I didn't think of. Okay, first aid and any prescriptions. That's a good one. You're going to need, if anything, I just pulled this out. You're gonna need some kind of pain medication. Number one, before we even get into the first aid, okay? Somebody said a paper map, a compass. Let me see, Black Strapper Homestead said all are different because we are all different. Amen. We all need to have something different in our packs. Now here's another one, super glue. Super glue works better than you think on cuts. Sometime it'll come better, it'll do better than a Band-Aid. Bug spray, yes. I have a whole oh my goodness. I do not want to open this bag because we're only talking about, this is where we're starting. Let's just say we're going to take a 2-hour trip. 2-hour trip, our car is going to break down. 2-hour trip, our car just broke down. What do you need? No, we ain't going to talk about the apocalypse. We ain't going to talk about, you know, the end of times. Small blanket. Here's one that's in the description box, in the links. As simple as this. This is a K-Swiss Mylar blanket. These things are magical. I still can't quite understand how they work. But I use one just to see how it works. See if it really works, because they're so paper thin, you won't believe it. Okay? A Mylar blanket. So you can get this in addition to one of these, and I think my other one is in my bag. A normal blanket. Key ring flashlight. I'm going to say, because see, this is why I needed Lady Led to be here, so she can give you right out the gate the simple things. Hey, Game Nerd Mom said, honestly, my biggest issue is know what not to put in my bag. Don't forget, we need to carry these. Also, weight factor is a must. Hey, babe, there she go. Weight factor. I'm going to say this. Now, me and Lady, I got to stop yelling. Me and Lady Leia had a discussion. And one of the things is some people can't carry a lot of weight. And I'm talking about able-bodied people. I'm not talking about handicapped or disabled. I'm talking about people with with able body. This is what I suggest. If you cannot carry your bag, if you have all kind of different stuff in your bag and you cannot carry it, I promise you, before you start taking essential items out of your bag, maybe that's telling you something. Maybe that's telling you we need to work out, exercise. So instead of removing essential items from your bag, maybe we need to add more muscle onto our bodies so we can carry this stuff. See, I'm gonna say that, and I mean it, because if you cannot carry your bag, that's already telling you something. If I ain't talking about the bag with Twinkies and butter balls and stuff in it, I'm talking about really you down to the last essential stuff. And if you fill this bag up properly, that weight packs on really quick. Really quick.
Think about using smaller things.
Huh?
Like using small containers. Like
Yes, she
break
is.
up your, hey y'all, break up your supplies into small things. Remember, this is for emergencies. And you're not going to know what emergency you're going to need it for. So divide things up. Like instead of me bringing a whole box of baking soda, I'm going to put it in a little bag.
Yeah.
You know, just think about how can I reduce my load. That's what I do, because there is no unlimited amount of stuff I'm going to be able to carry. And I'm able-bodied. And I do work out.
Yes, you do.
But there's still a limit, especially for us.
Yes. Now, thank you, honey. With that being said, how many people carry tools with them? Okay. How many people carry a tool every day? Your EDC, your everyday carry. Everybody carries a tool. How many people? Raise your hand. How many people carry a tool? Because we're going to play off of what she just said with that.
Tell them think about airport packing. How you only get to have so many ounces.
That's where I'm going. See, that's what you came. See, you be having some dope stuff. Okay. Everybody that carries a tool with them every day. This is, I promise you this. This is the best saying ever created. Whoever created this, whoever came up with this, it's the God's honest truth. It is literally like the gospel. I don't care which tool that you plan to carry. Because there's a lot of people say, I carry a 1911. That 1911 is heavy. Is heavy. I carry a Glock 17. That is heavy with your extended mag and your 2 extra mags and It means nothing if you don't carry it. If you cannot carry it and conceal it properly and safely, it's useless. That's where I'm going with this. So sometimes that lightweight Ruger 380 with the right loads is just as effective, and you ain't pulling your pants up every 5 seconds. Okay? You trying to keep pulling that 1911 up, you picking that thing up every 5 seconds. If you like, God, I'm wearing these loose, flimsy shorts, and I'm going to the park, I'm gonna leave my 1911 at home, right? So what are you doing? So you turned something important and vital into a fashion statement. If you can't keep it on you at all times, you need to be thinking about something that you can. Okay? I'm a Glock 19 man. But then I had to go down to a Glock 43 because it just made more sense. Because I know I can keep that on my person at all time without keep tugging and, okay? That's important. So the same thing, what I'm saying about that is that's the same thing you do with this doggone bug out bag. If you cannot carry the weight, you need to simplify it. You need to get the essentials of the essentials. That will be your everyday carry. Now, okay, let's get this straight. Come on, big boy. This is my bug out bag. Okay, this is the big boy. This is the one that if it all popped off, this is gonna keep us safe, alive, fed, everything. This is the one, if they put me on a remote island for a couple of weeks, I'm going to be okay. We're going to be okay. So I have 4 of these. I got 4 of these over here. So if we're all going to be okay for a couple of weeks with just mine, and then a couple of weeks with just hers, then a couple of weeks with my daughters, a couple of weeks with my sons, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So all of them is divided equally. So we all have a little bit of everything in every bag. Now, that's my if it all go down. This is the one I got on me every single day. Sometimes, and if you look at some of the videos where I met people in the street and I did a quick video, this is the one I got on my back. I carry this with me everywhere because this is the more, if my car break down, I got protection. I got a little bit of food. I got enough food to get me by. I got enough water to get me by. I got enough protection to get me by. So I got enough medical care to get me by. But it's not gonna last long, you know. This may get me by a week if I really truly ration myself. Okay? This is my every single day. This is the one, that's why it's all dirty and beat up, because this stays on the floor somewhere on me or in my car at all times. So I've seen a lot of great answers, and I appreciate the great answers and keep them coming, because what I want is for this to be a lesson for everybody. Everybody needs to see, like, read this, go into this live chat and write this stuff down. EA says, put any size bag on a luggage foldable carrier, 5 pounds to 500 pounds. I'm gonna say this, a luggage carrier, that's not practical. That's not really practical. Because there may be times you have to walk on uneven ground. There are going to be times that you're going to have to walk through some grass and some woods, and you're going to quickly leave that thing behind. Let me see. Crafty Mom, I'm working on a go bag for each one of us in the house. Hubby and the kids, even one for my German Shepherd. Well, there you go. And people, don't forget your pets. I mean, you know, I don't have a pet, but don't forget your pets. Jonathan Chang say, do you carry important information in your E.D.C bag? Important information, my everyday carry, I carry the information that I need every day, which is my driver's license, insurance, registration, all of that stuff. I don't carry my passport and all that stuff in my E.D.C. That's unnecessary. And if something happened to my E.D.C, then like your birth certificate, your passport, no, I don't carry that in that. Let me see. Here's one thing. Let me see. I have a small tent in my bag for a pet. Oh, okay. Can carry copies on jump drive. I missed something. Any bag left in the car is subject to being broken, windows, etc. Yes, but no bag at all, you could just be dead. So here's the deal. We gotta be little bit more slicker than that. Okay, we gotta, having your everyday carry and having this bag full of MacGyver stuff does not replace common sense. Let me repeat that, okay? Because sometimes I think we get a little bit lost in translation. And then we miss the message for the mess. You got to get through the mess to get to the message, right? Okay. So none of these fancy fandangled things will replace your common sense. So if you need to leave your bag in the car, you need to figure out a place to put it where when you look through the window, it's not sitting there with a Hello Kitty patch on it, okay? You don't want it to look like candy to a thief. Put it on your floorboards, put a cover over it. Put it in, make a piece in your trunk. Keep it in your trunk if you got a trunk. If you got an SUV with the cover, put it over that. Be creative, because this is your life source that you got with you. Now, with that being said, hey, Learn to Grow, my own, With that being said, I'm going to say one thing, and I just kind of touched on it. This is my own personal opinion. So you can do what you want. I'm going to make a suggestion. Never, ever, 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 never, ever leave your tool in your car, ever, for no reason whatsoever. Your tool should always be on your person. If you cannot carry it on your hip, it needs to be secured in your bag. Never leave that in there and say, look, I just leave one in the car for just in case. That got to be the most dangerous thing you could ever do. And let me tell you something. If you have a firearm stolen and you're so used to it being in your car that you don't check it every single day, you might be driving down the road and realize your firearm was taken a month ago and now it's part of a murder scene, and a whole case is being built around you. You don't even know. They're looking for you because your fingerprints is on that firearm. You were probably at work that day and had nothing to do with it. Somebody used your firearm in a crime, and you got a lot of explaining to do. I'm sure they can figure out it wasn't you. I think these days you never know. But do you got time for that kind of hassle? Do you want to go tell your boss you need to leave work so you can go explain to the feds why they want to arrest you, or why is your gun at this murder scene? No. Never, ever, ever keep your firearm in your car. Don't keep it in your glove compartment. Don't keep it on your floorboard. Now they got those little magnet catchers that you put up under your dashboard. Oh my God, don't do that. And I'm gonna tell you why. I think they're really neat, and I actually have them. But I'm gonna tell you why I never used them. Because I thought about it. If I have this magnet, I have my firearm on this magnet, so I can just reach down and grab it and go to work. You wanna know the problem with that? Say you don't have no reason to go to work, and the police stop you because you were speeding. Soon as he look in your window, he gonna look down at your floorboard, and you got a G19. It's gonna be a problem. You got some explaining to do. If it's on your hip and he don't see it, he's gonna ask. You're gonna say, yes, I do have one. And see how subtle that just started? But if I was a police officer and I walk up to your car and I see one sitting there by your leg, man, look, I'm gonna back off and say, you gotta come out and get out the car. What did I do? I don't want to have anything to do with you in that close with it pointing like that. There's a reason you have it like that, for quick and easy access. I don't want to be part of the other end of that. Lessen your troubles. But back onto it. Please don't leave your firearms in your vehicle. Please, oh my God, I can't stress that enough. How do you feel about lock boxes mounted under the seat? You know what? Let's just put it like this. No, not at all. I know how to get a lock box from under a car, whether it's cash in it or it's your tool. Those lock boxes they're just locked down. They're just screwed down. And it's so, people, I'm gonna tell you this, you underestimate a thief. Everybody underestimates thieves, man. As smart as you are, and some of you guys are geniuses, are brilliant. Imagine, can you say this to yourself? Like, you know you're smart. Raise your hand if you know you're smart, right? This is what I say all the time to myself. Good thing I'm on the right side of the law and the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Good thing I'm on the right side of the Lord and the law. Because I would be a kingpin. I would be Lex Luthor if my mind was set on crime. So imagine those brilliant people if they wanted to. It ain't gonna take nothing for you smart. You've been in jams in your life. You've been in a jam today, I'm sure. And you be like, I can figure this out. It don't take nothing to figure out half the things that's made today unless it's welded and there's a doggone fingerprint and a 5-bolt lock into it. No, nothing you gonna buy from Dick's or Academy Sports is going to help you do anything, or Amazon for that matter. So let's get back into it, okay? Number one, I'm gonna say this, even though this is, Lady Led already talked about the small containers of everything. Small containers of everything. We're going to just be talking about getting home in a car. A compass. Here's a compass, a thermometer, and a magnifying glass. All of the things that you see here today is in the description box below. All of the links is going to take you right to it. Let me get this out of here. And a magnifying glass. Thank you, Sapper. Thank you. This magnifying glass will help you start a fire in a pinch. So you got a magnifying glass, you got a thermometer to let you know maybe I need to be finding some shelter instead of keep on hiking because it's that hot and the elements will kill you faster than anything. The elements will kill you faster than exhaustion. How often should a person or family practice? Practice what? You mean your preps? You need to be thinking about this every day. This is your everyday carry. Okay, even if you don't practice it, you ain't doing drills, you really need to be having a conversation over dinner instead of having one about Christina Aguilera done put on some weight. We need to be talking about what if this happened. For instance, in the reports with the news, Kentucky flood. Instead of looking at the news and saying, "Oh, poor people," and then you say your prayer. After you say the prayers for the fallen, now you need to sit at that dinner table with your family and say, "Look, you need to sit at the table with your family and say, what will we do in that situation? What could we do where that wouldn't affect us as dramatically?" So I ain't gonna blow it hard. It'll blow my eardrums out. This whistle. If somebody attacking you, I know this sounds crazy, but this works. Before you have to pull this out, this works. This is a preventative measure before you have to pull that tool. This, and people start looking like, who's doing that? They're going to look at you first. You're going to draw attention first before you have, because let me tell you something, family. Carbon Q was in the chat earlier, and I'm gonna tell you something that I watch on a regular gun guy's channel. Somebody put in a regular gun guy channel, Carbon Q channel, Fat Guy with Guns channel. They had a conversation about wait a minute. In Black Point Dexter. Is my screen tripping? Yeah. Oh, you ain't look. Let me, hold on, y'all. I think my. Do I look okay? Okay. Okay. I'm good. I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Andale Homestead, a regular gun guy, Carbon Q, Fat Guy with Guns. Please go check out their channel. They have chats every other night, and they talk about safety and security with your firearms. Now, this is one I was at work at the time, and I wish I could have chimed in on. I will do what I have to do to survive. But I do not look forward to taking any human life. I don't look forward to taking any life. You understand? Let's be realistic. I'm not no Rambo guy. I'm a real man with real feelings and real spirituality, and I'm telling you, I don't look forward to the day that I have to square off with somebody and make the decision to make you go to sleep for good. That, you know, that sleeping beauty. I don't want to ever have to be in that situation. So I'm going to do everything in my power to do preventative measures first. First, this is the most powerful weapon in your E.D.C. This is the most powerful weapon. I'm going to try to talk my way out of it first. Then, if it ain't working and I'm screaming for help, hey, if people can't hear my voice, they going to hear this whistle. And that's going to make people start doing this. Guess what? You don't hear this every day. No matter where you are. You hear car alarms, you walk right past. You don't even care. This is more effective than a car alarm. Because if somebody is getting attacked at their car, and I'm talking about everyday carry, if somebody getting attacked at their car and you hear man, 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 you go through the grocery store and nobody cares anymore. Now, 1986, 1990, that was a big deal. Like, oh man, somebody breaking in somebody's car. It's 2022, and who cares when we hear that? This is what you say when you hear somebody's car alarm go off. I wish they cut that damn thing off. That thing go off all day, all night. Take that off and go buy a better one or something. We don't even care no more. Thank you, Carbon Q. We don't even care anymore. But you never hear a blaring whistle. Ever. Thank you, Happy Matt. So this is number one. This will keep you from having to pull that all day. Because this that get up off me, right? This that get up off me, back up, because look. But that thing, that's that, All right, I done told you. So, I got one that, folks, man, listen. And I tell y'all this all the time, even in the garden. I swear by these. I use these for everything. Zip ties all day. Setting up a tarp, setting up a tent, a hammock. Here's one that you don't think about, right? You put a couple of these together. Besides using your paracord, watch this. That I can use myself. I'm not going to do it. Okay? I'm not going to do it because I hurt myself. Look, instant tourniquet. You don't need your belt. You don't have to. If you got this, you can make that as tight as you want it, and you can do it with your mouth. Instant tourniquet. Instant tourniquet. Okay? Right there. So instead of trying to find that belt and that buckle and everything else and getting your paracord right and tying your loop and then putting it through and then pulling it, and then you got to tie off the paracord. Nope. Zip tie. All day. Okay?
You need something under it. You can't just put that
I
on.
know that. Or you gonna bleed out. You ain't gonna have a whole bunch of time to be thinking of that. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, Lady Dagger status said I got them in my bag. I use these for everything. I just don't use these in the garden. I use these on my car. They will, as a matter of fact, you want to know the truth, and I could take you out there and prove it. My shift link came off under my Jeep. My shifting link, the thing that puts it in drive. You know what saved my butt? And it worked so good, I keep forgetting that it still broke. Zip tie. All I did was put that little link back in the hole, zip tied around it, pulled it tight, and it's like that to this day, and it's been like that since December. Since December. Thank you, Sapper. Thank you, brother. So, okay. Number one, we don't be thinking about. No, let me back up. Let me back up. Let me get to the juice and berries. Number one, keep some good shoes in your car. Keep some good boots in your car. Keep some long pants, some jogging pants. What I do with my jogging pants? Keep you a pair of jogging pants or jeans in your car. Now this can just stay in there. Your boots can just stay in your car. This is what we have. I'm gonna show you one. You're going to need first aid kit. You don't need a first aid kit for your everyday carry like you about to do surgery. You need something that's gonna stop some bleeding, stop some infection, keep your dang on finger on, okay, or keep it good enough till you get to the hospital. You're gonna need a first aid kit. This is in my everyday carry. I take this with me everywhere. Thank you, Whole New Perspective. I keep this with me everywhere. That's in my everyday carry. But this, you need when you're going on a trip. This is my first aid. You build it yourself. I promise you. They have kits that you just buy. The ones that you just buy and they really are good, you're going to spend a fortune for them. You're going to spend a fortune for them because 9 times out of 10 is some kind of name brand, and it still doesn't have everything that you need in it. You know what I'm saying? So we put together our own first aid bags. This ain't nothing but a bag from Home Depot. It's dirty. Y'all know we travel a lot. This is a husky bag, a tool bag from Home Depot. You don't have to have it in no special little container, no special bag. You just need to know which bag is the real deal. So that's why I picked the red one for this, because, you know, first aid. This is where, okay, we might need some surgical stuff popping off, but most important, simple things like cough syrup, cough drops, thermometers, tourniquets, whatever your ailments, what kind of medications do you need, or allergy medicines, Benadryl, sunscreen, things like that. That's the stuff. Alcohol, peroxide, Tylenol, Vaseline, iodine, aspirin. All of this stuff can help you do everything. Elderberry. I know that sounds crazy. I'm not gonna take you down that road right now. Elderberry. Triple antibiotic ointment, hydrocortisone cream. I said suntan, sunscreen, Tums, baking soda, a way to carry water. I know this look crazy, but look, when you got a fever, you burning up, you better, I know it's old school, but they still sell these because this works better than anything you're about to buy. All those little things you put in the freezer and all that crap that they had you buying that's expensive and there's little jelly beans in it, nothing works better than that old school. Y'all know what that is. So that's just a few things off the top. You need to, I'm going to say this. You need to put together your first aid bag right now. Before you build your bug out bag or your everyday carry bag, you need to build your first aid kit. I'm going to suggest this. Start with this. Start with something like this, and this is in the description box below, the link. Start with something like this and see what all stuff that it's missing. Any tourniquets? Nope. Any gauze? Nope. Duct tape. Get some duct tape and put in your bag. Get this and build on it. This is like a Lego block. This isn't really going to do a lot for you. Okay? But it's something to build on to give you ideas of things you may need that you may have forgotten. Okay. I got so much stuff here. Here's one, and I was going to pull this out first. Something as simple as a kit that you can get from anywhere, right? You got some tweezers. You got something to shave the hair off. You might have to shave for sanitary reasons, to disinfect a wound or stitch up a wound. But those tweezers, these, you put some high mileage on your tweezers because you're always getting something, a piece of wood in your fingertip. You always getting splinters. These work better than anything. A wild hair, you know I have them. Wild hair. You need this stuff. Simple things. Brush your teeth, man. Brush your teeth. I keep this after all these years. After all these years, I still got this. I've had this since 1996. I never used the brush, but I've had this kit since 1996. Thank you, Happy Mac. So, it's the small things. Benadryl. Benadryl is one, yes. Whole new perspective say, ensure the college students have first aid every day carry, bug out bag, help my daughter during a fire. There you go. Because when they have to get out, you got to go. I wonder how much that kit costs now. What kit? This kit here that I just showed you. Ain't no telling. You want to know where I got this from? I got this from a place called, I don't know if they even still exist, in the mall back in Toledo, Ohio, a place called Things Remembered. Things Remembered. Here's another one. A simple nail clipper. Because you see how simple this is? It's something you just don't think about. If you get that ingrown nail, fingernail, something, or even it's better if you got a piece of meat hanging off, cut that off without trying to use a razor blade or a knife. This is so much quicker and less painful and is less intrusive, where you can cut that flap off, wrap it up, get it going. You can use this for everything. Thank you, Game Nerd Mom. They hot and heavy in here today, ain't they? So, it's the simple things, family. It's the simple things that keep us going. Say tweezers, a fanny pack. I got a fanny pack that sometimes you need. Okay, let me keep it going. Let me keep it going. Because, the trolls is ugly, boy. So, let me see. Here's one that I keep. I'm just going to go in my bag and show you. Because to me, this is as important. Hold up. You know what? We're not going to go that deep because that's going to take me down a rabbit hole of some Rambo situations. We ain't doing that. Every day in the car. Thank you, honey. You supposed to be over here helping me. That's why, I'm ready to go Rambo.
I'm going on my channel with
Okay. Okay, well, I should have went Rambo then. That don't even make no sense.
You're supposed to be doing your perspective of every day, not Rambo.
So, family, thank you, Game Nerd Mom. Listen, anybody that come in here like that, cornfield. No 300 minutes, no timeout. Man, red dot. Boom, red dot. Corn. Straight up. That's ridiculous. But don't go nowhere without these. I got lighters in the description too, because you just don't know. Lighters? Something this simple? This lighter right here is probably 10 years old. Been in my bag at the bottom. Look at that nasty mug. I don't smoke, so I don't go through lighters like that. But you need something that's gonna help you either start a fire. You might need to singe something. Thank you, Susie. And who else was this? Thank you, Susie. And who else was that? Thank you, Thea. Says, hey, Led, love you and the Miss Led. Haven't ever caught you live, but I'm definitely a fan. Got me a Berkey and a few water and a few generators on your recommendation. Thank you for that. Speaking of that, speaking of water filters, what did I do with it? You're gonna need a life straw. I got them somewhere. I got the wrong bucket. Life straw and water purification tablets. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it. Look, I put everything in sandwich bags too, help it stay waterproof, because you might be walking in the rain. This is a life straw and the water tabs that I carry. I don't know why my screen looked like I'm breaking up. This is what I carry. A life straw and some water tablets. This is going to do, it's not going to do everything, and I suggest you boil water if you need to. Boil the water if you need to. But this is your straight up backup. All right, I keep these together. I keep them on the RV in my everyday carry, every vehicle. Thank you, Sapper. Thank you, Carbon Q. So it's that simple. Let me see. Why waste the space on the packaging? You can do whatever you want to do. Whatever your name is, 85, you can do whatever you want to do. This was in my bag. You're going to have, this isn't about me, because as you see, I got what I need. You can do whatever you want. You want to take your stuff out the packaging? I don't see where is it taking up space? I don't see the need to do it. Doing stuff to make it sound like you're more efficient, it sounds more efficient, but it's not. You will have 2 glass jars in there rolling around, clanking on each other. So until I need them, I have no reason to take them out of this thin little package. Now, if they was in something huge, whole nother ballgame.
What are they talking about? The bag? The sandwich bag?
No, the little package that the water is.
Oh.
See this?
I guess it depends on what space you got.
Right. No.
And if you need to cut that off.
This is glass. And until I'm in that kind of situation, it's not taking up any space whatsoever. A thin piece of paper. So here we go. Let me see. Just giving you a little advice. No harm there. Oh, no problem. I'm just like, we all think different. We all think different. Let me see. Lead, they have tabs for water too. That's what I have. Thank you, Growing with Darlene. Thank you for that. Say, remember some of the packaging also in the instructions, and not just the instructions, you can also turn around and use that paper to help you start a fire. You just gotta use your head. I'm not trying to impress anybody on how tactical my gear look. I just want to stay alive and stay safe. I'm not one of them kind of people. where I need everything to be in a camouflage bag and all. No, you don't. I don't. I'm real. I'm realistic. I'm a real guy, and I go through real stuff. Everything doesn't have to be vacuum packed. Amen. That's utterly ridiculous to me. Some things you're going to spend more time trying to tear it out of the dang on bag than. Let me see. Portable power, portable bank and charge cable. Thank you, unicorn lady. And I'm glad you said that so I can show you just a few of mine. This is my everyday carry. I think I took them out. Oh, if you wear glasses, bring all of your old glasses with you. Whether they're your prescriptive, reading, whatever. Keep your, because my contact will catch a flat in a heartbeat, and then I'm if you ain't got no contacts, what you gonna do? I wear glasses. These will always be with you. Now, what did you say about what did you say? You couldn't tell them because I'm about to look for this. Anybody ever seen the Twilight Zone?
I ain't got no chair.
Huh? Here, I don't know what you doing.
You ain't even have me set up.
Babe, you was gone.
I was trying to find you some food, honey.
Ooh,
What
that
you want me
you.
to do? You act like I went splurge shopping.
That was cold.
Like I just went to the spot.
She put me on a guilt trip. She said,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get my toes did. I was trying to feed my man.
I was going to get him some food to make for dinner. He act like I'm just out
Partying.
But no, I make sure I keep me some reading glasses, even though these are like progressives, you know, so I can see far away. But I just keep some just regular reading glasses because, I don't know, it depends on how old you are. You remember that episode of The Twilight Zone?
How many people remember the episode of the Twilight Zone? Raise your hand. Tell them which
where
one.
the guy just wanted to read, and then the apocalypse happened. He finally had time to read. And what happened? Did he step on his glasses?
He stepped on his glasses.
Stepped on his glasses and couldn't see a thing.
Now he in the apocalypse by himself. He is in his own personal paradise and cannot see.
He
a
survived because he was in the vault.
Trying to read.
He in the vault reading when everything happened. So he's safe. Come out. He got access to whatever books he want to do. Now he can't
For
see.
nothing.
And I can't read up close. I can see far away, but if something happened to my glasses, I'm not gonna be able to do intricate things that you need to be able to do up close.
Thank you,
Thank
bless
you.
me.
Thank you.
Thank you for
me.
that. All right, we gonna keep it rocking. I forgot what I was even looking for, but
Oh, you got so much stuff you don't remember.
you know me. These.
Oh, I love those.
These were introduced to me. As a matter of fact, go give me a little bit of water in there. These were introduced to me by a viewer years ago.
What is this?
Just water.
You want more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These were introduced to me by a viewer years ago. I had seen them before, but I had never seen them this small. It's the size of a breath mint, like a lifesaver, and that's what I like to call them. Lifesavers, because they are. I'm going to show you how this works. They're individually wrapped, and I need to put that in the link too. Individually wrapped. Look, hard as a rock. Hard as a rock. You give them a little bit of water. Whoa. Well, you see, it's sterile, so I ain't worried about it. This becomes, where's my plant? I don't want to squeeze it in there though. It'll be all right.
Yeah, but I say just squeeze it out.
This becomes a reusable towel. It's strong too. I'm not gonna tear it, but you can wash up with this, okay? You can wash the basement and the attic with this. That's how strong it is. You know, it's okay when you in the attic, but sometimes you get in the basement, it get a little rambunctious down there. So this can keep you cool. You can wash up, sterilize yourself, get yourself together, because one of the things about being safe is your cleanliness, your hygiene can mess you up. This can also be used
Cool.
keep you cool and patch a wound. You got one of these, you got some duct tape, that's gonna help you until you can get something done to yourself. Hygiene will kill you. That's what we try.
Wash those particulars.
You gotta wash your particulars. You know, hit that pit stop. You gotta hit that pit stop, but you gotta hit that attic. You gotta hit that basement. The reason why I'm washing your face when it's hot, y'all see me in that car and I'm constantly wiping my face. Not only was it hot, but you do not want, you're touching all kind of crap. You're stranded. You grabbing branches, leaves. You don't know if you touch poison ivy, poison oak. You don't know. You're under your car. You don't know if you have battery acid on your fingers all the time. You need to be, okay? So this is one of the most amazing things that was ever introduced to me.
They're called Big Otter's Compressed Towel.
So, all right, and that's not in the description box right this minute, but I will put them in there ASAP. Now, anybody in the Postal Service, work for the Postal Service at all? Anybody? If anybody is here that works in the Postal Service, I'm going to have the link below, Amar. If anybody works for the Postal Service, this is it's just pepper spray. And the only reason I don't have too many other personal pepper sprays, I do, but I'm not going to show them right now. Mace, pepper spray, whatever. I got tons of these from working in the Postal Service. You know, you get them, you lose them. I know you know, Game Nerd Mom. Next thing you know, you'll find them in your bag months later after they done issued you about 20 more. But this is it. I have bear spray too, but I don't like showing that because it's illegal in so many different places. Let me see. But this normal mace, gel mace, try not to get the spray because it'll fly back at you. But if you got to do what you got to do, this will keep dogs off you, coyotes, foxes. You know, you don't know what's going on out there. And people. So, some sort of pepper spray. This is little simple stuff. Little simple stuff. I'm not going to get into the hardcore, as bad as I want to.
Well, I mean, there's a difference. And it depends on, you know, y'all got to understand there's a difference between a bug out bag where you don't know how long you're going to be on the go. And then there's your just everyday, I don't know what may occur.
Right.
But if something do occur, I'm prepared enough to get me to safety. Now, that's a little bit less time than what a bug out bag should do. So you got to know the difference. Or, you know, maybe you want to just put your bug out bag in your car and leave it. I don't know. But it gets hot in cars. I don't know. Sometimes stuff start melting. I don't know. It just depends on what's in the bag, I guess.
Right. So, any questions before we go? Because I'm not going to get deep off it. I'm not going to get deep. I need you. Yeah, you could carry a stun gun.
Just know, unless you got one of them ones that.
Yeah.
You got to get too close.
Thank
That's too
you.
close for me, buddy.
Thank you.
And I've heard of people doing more harm to themselves trying to get it out their bag than actually harming others.
I was going to touch on that, but thank you.
Yeah, no.
I don't
you gotta
like
get too close to me before that. I can stun you in some other ways first.
Yeah, right. See, she gonna stun you from a distance if you dig what I'm saying.
No.
I don't like close like I told you, I'm going to do everything to prevent it first. Once you get in my circle, you gotta go.
And if somebody catches you off guard like that and they're already in your space, it's really, you're not gonna have time to be digging in a bag.
Right. And then charging it up, making sure it's ready, cutting it on.
Yeah, you're gonna be needing to think about your own, especially women. Like, you're gonna have to have already some natural self-defense stuff that you're
Right.
going to do. Just throats.
Yeah.
And what? Let me get a good
Yeah.
word for 'em. Particulars
But
are just
The basement.
depending on who's attacking you. I'm thinking, it's a male attacker, but
you never know these days. though.
throats, eyes, particulars.
There you go. Throat, eyes, particulars.
Yeah.
Well, you are.
Grapes.
There you go. You squeeze them grapes into juice. And that go for men too. I done said this a million times. Listen.
You got, these are things you already have to have in
Yes.
your head, practice, because you gonna end up relying on your own natural self-defense.
Think of it like this. You keep wine where? In the basement, right? In the wine cellar. You keep the wine in the basement. So you go down there and squeeze them grapes until you make wine. That'll make people shut up a lot. Okay? You'll make a man with a deep voice sound like Prince. Okay?
Yeah.
So you go
And
down
really, like, as a woman, the thing you need to try to do is flight, not fight.
there. Right.
You only got a very short amount of time to get the advantage with that. So how can you run away? Can you slip out of some clothes and run?
Because this is the master of escape right here. She is the master.
I'm like, I don't need that. Bye.
Yeah. Yep.
Jackets.
You might end up running down the street.
You
buck
be holding
naked.
my jacket thinking you got me. No, you don't.
Gone. You might be buck naked running down the street, but they got a fistful of clothes and you safe. That's how this works. Anybody have any questions? Because we're going to get deeper in this. But it's certain things, before we ask the question, I want to do this. Go around your house right now, today, and see how many things that you have around your house before you go out spending money. Y'all got some sunscreen somewhere. You got some salt somewhere. This helps you stay hydrated. Don't overdo it. But if you don't have salt in your pack, you can dehydrate that. As soon as you drink that water, it come right back out. What salt does is hold it in your body longer.
It regulates your electrolytes and stuff like that. So
Okay.
the water don't just
Whoosh right back out. So that was important. I'm glad I happened to look over it. Salt, not the pepper, the salt.
Well, you might need to cook some.
Well, this was in my food
You
pack.
might need to season up your tuna pack.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Hey, baby, you just reminded me. This is something, you got yours?
What?
Because I don't want to dig in mine.
I don't know what you're talking
Your
about.
tuna.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here's one
Oh, I
that
didn't put it in here.
works like gangbusters, okay? You can't eat too much of that Himalayan salt though, Lady Dagger Status. That
sure
pink,
can't.
that pink
Oh, no, it ain't.
Himalayan salt, I'm gonna get mine. That pink Himalayan salt, if you eat a little too much of that, that will do more harm than good. You will get bodily sick and vomit immediately if you eat too much of that doggone Himalayan salt. Ask me how I know. Right? I took too much of that because I was having one of my spells, and I kept on eating it because the thing about Himalayan salt, that pink salt, the thing about it is it doesn't have that, I don't know the word for it, like white salt, like this kind of stuff. That it's delicious. And you'll keep on like,
Got good flavor.
it got flavor. It's a savory flavor. And if you don't, and you happen to eat too much of that, you're gonna explode out the wrong end. Okay? Now let me find my. See, I don't want to dig in this bag at all. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But
Arlene, email me, ladyled73@gmail.com.
so I'm gonna touch on this. They have packs of tuna fish. Packs they have packs of tuna fish. You don't gotta get them in the can anymore. For the same price that you can buy them in the can, you could also buy them in those little packs. You could buy two, which would add up to the same equivalent as this chat must be behind. The same equivalent as what's in a can of tuna, and it'll come out close to the same price. Yes, the tuna fish pouches. That is good. They fit in my bag. That was one of the things why I said update your bag, rotate your bag, because my bag was heavy as lead, pun intended. My bag was heavy as lead because it was full of cans, full of bean cans. But now they put things in those pouches and you can slip that right in there. Here's another one, beef jerky. Keep you some beef jerky in your bag. Here's another one, fruit roll-ups. That dried fruit by the foot. How many do you keep in your bag? That's up to you. You have to build this according to you.
If this is your everyday bag, and again, that's why I keep saying there's a difference between a Bugout bag and an everyday. You know what your everyday is. So people who commute, their everyday bag needs to have more, because who knows what may happen between their house and an hour away.
Right.
If you're 5 minutes away, that's a different need, you know. So you got to think about that.
Sister Bonner, a Mylar bag of chicken, I wouldn't do that. Unless you had it freeze dried, I wouldn't put anything with any kind of juices in a Mylar bag unless you really know what you're doing. If you have the right preservatives in that bag and you really know what you're doing, you got the right kind of bags, I wouldn't do that. I would only put, like I have my Mylar bags, and I'm going to be showing you how I did that again because I got videos of me packing up stuff. I would only put dry goods in there. Put oatmeal, beans, rice, all your dry essentials with no liquid whatsoever in it. Because once you put those oxygen absorbers in it, and I like to put my bay leaves in it, I don't want no moisture messing that up, because you'll open that up and it'll look like the Black Death in there with mold. And it'll probably smell rough too. So, let me see. Oh, here you go. You cannot forget a knife. Don't go anywhere without a knife. And this is the thing about having a knife. You don't believe in firearms or nothing else. You can find these anywhere. They're perfectly legal, and they're plentiful, and they're cheap. Little things that fit in your bag like this. These little knives here, not this one, but these little guys here, you can get these at Wally World all day. They come in like packs of 5. Didn't you have to get rid of one at the airport? She had one of hers in her bag at the airport, and she was like,
Yeah,
"What?
Don't forget. It was in my purse.
Yeah.
Like, so I had, they didn't bother me. They just was like, you know, you got to get rid of it.
Yeah. So you can do all kind of stuff with this, okay? You can self-defense. I mean,
but also you just never know when you might need to cut something.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a person.
I know, just every day. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Every day.
Just, yeah.
All day, you just don't know.
You know, the can opener thing don't do right.
Can I store my rice and dry beans in soda bottles with oxygen absorbers? I've never done that, but I'm not going to touch that one, okay? I'm only talking about stuff that I know and things that I've done. I'm not into the TikTok stuff that they doing weird stuff over there. I don't know. The problem using the water bottle is The off, yeah, I don't know about none of that. Box cutters, yeah, that'll work. Box cutter. Backup battery charge. Thank you. Who was that? Lenoris Murray. That's what I was looking for. My doggone backup battery chargers, and I'm looking in the wrong bag. Let me just show you this one so I don't got to keep on digging. Family, this is one. This is one that I just got from Energizer. This one, I don't know if y'all can see that screen. That's 100 watt. Now, this one actually has an AC port on it too, so you can plug something up and it'll put out 45 watt. No, I'm sorry, 175 watts. You got your USB ports. You got a USB-C port on this side. You can plug it into the wall over here. The reason I like this one is because I usually carry 3 of these, and they might be in my room charging in my office. I carry 3 of these. It's in the description box below if you're trying to find it. The link is going to be right there. It's going to be hard to find it anywhere else. Why are they discontinuing Mylar bags everywhere? I have not heard anything. I have not heard anything of the sort.
I think that's talking about something to do with that was on like the seller's end. Like I think some sellers weren't selling the right kind, and you know how sometimes on Amazon it's not the thing you thought you were ordering. It wasn't the brand you thought you were ordering, or it wasn't the grade of something. I think it had to do with that.
Should your bag have a portable camera?
That's up to you if that's what you want.
Yeah, if you think that you need a portable camera while you got a perfectly good phone, and I did a video on that, clear your phone out. Get an external drive to download all them pictures, all them vacation pictures, all them videos. Free your phone's memory up, because an emergency might happen and you might have to have your phone recording for an hour. Look how many crimes or dirty situations, I'm not going to talk about, have been cleared just because somebody kept their phone running. Look how many crimes that we've seen, atrocities that somebody caught on their phone. A extra camera, having a GoPro and stuff. I got GoPros, and if that GoPro start acting up, which they do, you're done. That phone never stops. But clear your phone out. What about clothing? Keep you a pair of spare pants. If you got on shorts, keep spare pants. I like to keep jogging pants with me because they're easy and they fit in your bag and they don't take up much room.
Yeah.
Do you just put a little salt in your hand and lick it? I'm not going to give you any way to do that. Okay? I'm going to tell you, no, I'm not going to touch that, because if you do it wrong and I say it wrong, no. Just go Google how you need to take that pink salt. You got to be careful with that stuff. It's good for you, but all good things good for you can also hurt you too. Can I coat kitchen matches in wax to protect them? I wouldn't, but I've heard it been done. I say go for it. This is what I say. These are your best friends. This sandwich bag is your best friend. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to pull out my fire bag. I can't take it no more, honey.
Your what?
My fire bag. I'm going to go ahead and, I need it.
Oh.
I'm going in the big boy. All of my fire essentials are in here.
Yeah.
Starting fires, everything I need to start a fire.
You want to keep your stuff dry. You want to keep your liquids in the liquids, and you do need a certain amount of organization.
Yes.
You can't be digging around a whole bag looking for stuff. You need to know, okay, here go the bag with all this stuff.
All the fire starting stuff in it. I got a mess kit in there where this is what I'm going to be eating out of. This is how I'm going to start my fire. This is how I'm going to stay warm. This is how I'm going to my medical bag. This is how I'm gonna fix myself. You need this side of my bag. This is how I'm going to protect yourself. Don't just get a bag and go trick-or-treating and throw all this stuff in the bag. Don't do that. Because when it come down to it, remember, this is about an emergency. I need to stop yelling.
Yeah.
This is about an emergency, meaning you're going to need this right now and you need to know where it is. If you have a bug out bag and it's not organized, your homework should be tonight, dump that bag out. Go get you a bunch of these good ones. Don't get them cheap ones. I'm going to tell you why. I got some cheap ones. With too little thin, they come loose. Go get a name brand, dependable, reliable bag. Even this is pretty good. But I got some, oh my God, I got at a dollar store. Here they go, with the fire. That's why they open. They was open before I could open them. I got these at the dollar store. What? Yeah, look at that. Look at the name of that. I don't know what that is. Don't get these because remember, all of your gear will get wet and then what you gonna do, right? So, matter of fact, I'm gonna leave these out so I can put them in a proper bag. That's how long that's been in there. So any questions, please, this is a lifesaver. These are great. Having these in your car, your solar power generators, excellent choice. But again, if it's too big to carry, you're not going to have it with you. This will go right in your pack. Okay? That will go right in your pack and you don't have to worry about it. It'll fit in your purse. It's lightweight. It's powerful. Charge your computer, charge your phones, everything to get you up and going. Okay? So if I had a choice between this and one of these bigger guys, I'm going to pick this because I'm not carrying this everywhere that I'm going to be. All right? Now, I'm going to hit solar for a second because I'm going to go over on my other channel and we're going to talk about some of my favorite solar and why. So we're going to be going over there to Hood Tech 73. We're going to talk about what I've been using all summer. You won't even believe it. With all the stuff I got, you won't even believe it. What started you to prepare for an emergency? My whole life has been an emergency.
That's really it.
Okay.
We've had so many breakdowns on a hot summer day. You realize you ain't got no water. I remember I had on some flip-flops, some cute flip-flops at that, not even the ones that, you know, are spongy. And just finding out the hard way, really, and just thinking about when you get a lesson like that, I don't want this to happen to me anymore. I don't want to have to try to figure out how not to pass out because I don't have any water. I don't want to have to go through that stuff. That's just too harsh. Right. So if you can prevent it, why not? To the best of your ability.
So here's the thing. That threw me off. If everybody is asking about my channel, my other channel, I'm gonna give you the real reason I changed it. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna block you, man. I ain't gonna block you. I jumped the gun on that. I meant to just remove that. Unblock this guy.
I got it.
Unblock him. Okay. Here's the deal. Okay. It's a difference between the person watching somebody's channel and the person that's actually on the channel. Okay. LBX 73 turned into, it got weird. I wanted to talk about our life situations and things that we were going through as adults. I wanted to talk about finance. I wanted to talk about reality. And it turned into a conspiracy theory channel I did more deleting comments on that channel than I did conversing with people. So that channel had to go. Because people, if you talk about, okay, the banks are acting up, then you got all these people to start talking about lizard people and weird crap. I wanted to talk about relationships. Then they start talking about some my husband cheated with da da da. It got dumb real quick. And the reality of the channel faded because of that. It wasn't fair to anybody. I don't want no conspiracy crap. I don't like talking about that stuff. And everybody is, the people that's saying I miss LBX 73, that's maybe because you like drama, and that's what it turned into quick. I don't want drama. If you haven't been with me long enough, I'm telling you now, I don't like drama. I don't like back and forth. I just don't. I stay away from it. It's a lot out there to be seen, and I did not want that channel to be there. So I thought, listen, a lot of people don't like to see technology on this channel here. So I'm going to make a whole channel about the things that people want to see because they want to see it over there. That's it. I don't want drama. And if that means we cannot have an adult conversation about reality, about love, life, relationships, and finance, maybe that's just not my genre and I need to leave it alone. So that's why I backed off of that. Okay? So this is where I love talking about those things. But I like talking about them in an adult, realistic manner. I don't like talking about the conspiracies and the controversy. I don't like that part, okay? So that's why I let it go, really. And as a content creator, that is a headache because it brought in more trolls. Look, we're talking about prepping right now, which is very controversial, right? Look how they spent the whole first hour snipering trolls because this conversation is controversial and they come in, man, like roaches in the hood. It's just, I can't. So, all right. Any questions before I go? We've been in here 90 minutes, hour and a half. It's time to ride. Because listen, the next one that we have about building our bug out bag, I'm going hard. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go over to Lady Led's channel. When you want to do it. I threw you under the bus.
What?
When you want to do it.
Right after.
You want to do it?
If y'all ready, if y'all not ready, I can do it.
You want to do it?
Show of hands. Who wants to hear the
softer side of this prep?
Yeah.
Everyday carry, basically. That, I mean,
and
focused.
I'm not just gonna give you what I got in my bag. I want us to talk about different situations of what can be in your bag. Yeah. You got kids, what should you have in your bag? You got babies, what should you have in your bag? You got older people you taking care of. That's what I want to talk about. And then, yeah, let's talk about what is the heaviest. You know, like, we got to be real. I'm not going to be able to carry his bag. I don't know why he think I'm be able to do that. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Because you got to know your own limits so you can survive. If the survival bag is killing you, what?
The elements ain't got nothing.
What?
The elements ain't going to get to you first. So, exactly. So, thank you, yes. Black's Tropical Homestead.
Yes, thank you, Black's Tropical Homestead.
So, this is what we're going to do.
So, give me a few minutes, and I'm going to go live on my channel.
I'm going to be there.
Talk about it. Yeah, he ain't going
I'm going to be in the back, because I'm going to be like.
He going to be yelling.
Because I want some input, too. Or maybe it's some things you might forget.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's why I'm not just about to just tell you what you should have in your bag. Because I really want you thinking about your own situation and what you know you need.
Yeah. So definitely, she's going to go on the everyday carry, softer side of this game. But after that, damn it, I'm going hard. I'm talking about we're going to come back over here, not today, but the next time I do a bug out, I'm going to show you how to start a fire live. Live, we're going to start a fire. I ain't talking about putting out no more fire starting videos. I'm talking about, I'm going to tell y'all the things that I want you to get. And then I'm going to have you practice with me how to start a fire. Where's that bucket with my sticks in it? With these. I'm going to tell you what this is. This is ashes out of the barbecue grill or out of my fire pit, 2 sticks, and a cotton ball. I'm going to show you how to literally start a fire live. Okay? That might go south and it might not. But we're going to do it together. We're also going to talk about what I carry in my bag, the hardcore stuff that I did not want to show you. Okay? I'm talking about from machetes to saws to that thing on your hip, everything. We're going to get deep down in the, my bag is going to be, man, I'm not coming back home. The bag that I'm going to be talking about is the bag I'm not going to go back. I can't make it back home. My home may have floated away. I am doing, my bag is, listen, kiss the home goodbye and get that compass and figure out which way I'm going, because this is it. That's my bag. Her bag and my everyday bag.
Our bag, the bag I'm talking about is the bag I need you to just go ahead and have with you. Not
Every day.
Cause what happens is people is like, oh, I got time to get that bag together, you know, and they may never. But if you know that if I just keep these things with me, I can keep myself safe for a little while.
There you go.
You're more likely to at least have that and have less headaches.
So, this is one of them.
I was about to say, please
These don't cost anything. I'm not
make
going to do
my ear
it.
bleed.
My ears was bleeding when I did it.
Ooh.
Oh, where's my other one? Oh, on my bag. We're going to also be talking about, see, here's my, that's the one, that's the spare to stay in my truck. We're going to be starting fires with this because people have these and they don't even know how to use them. I see a lot of it going on social media all over the place. They have them and they don't even know how to use them. They never used them before, and you can clearly tell. So I'm telling you, it's so simple to use this. And at the same time, where's my other one at? See, my other one in my big bag, where this is the whistle. It got a compass on it. It's a whistle, a compass, it's everything, fire starter. It's just little stuff, y'all. All of this stuff is in the description box. Little stuff. Nickel and diamond. The nickel and diamond, when you get this stuff, this is the essentials that keep your butt alive. You don't need big, giant, crazy stuff to keep you from getting in harm's way. It's the little stuff that keep you safe. Multi-tool, somebody said multi-tool. I could have pulled that out. Your multi-tool, fire starters, water purifiers. Somebody asked me earlier and I had to laugh. Why don't I get the travel Berkey? The travel Berkey is about the same size as a normal size Berkey. It's utterly ridiculous. I don't even know why they call it the travel Berkey. Because you ain't traveling nowhere with that thing. You might as well go ahead, and it costs the same amount, almost the same amount as a regular. Do you carry all your IDs? This is everyday carry. You ain't gonna be out in the street with no ID. You need your ID, you need your driver's license, you need your all that. I don't go out there with my passport and my birth certificate and social security card, no. See, like I said in the beginning of this video, a lot of this is just common sense. We just never do it. Thank you, James Paris. That's Leah, by the way. That blow-up floater from yesterday,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
sleep on it too. Yes! Yes, I've done that. Keep you. Thank you!
Yeah.
The blow-up.
Kids have used it.
Listen.
In a pinch.
Not
Adults
no.
have used it.
Stop.
Yeah.
Not even in no pinch. You know, we've been on vacation and we brought too many people with us. And listen, I had a lot of those blow-up things. And some of them done got busted by some kids because they in the middle of the night playing, and we in some hotel room. You already know.
Because when you get a little older, you can't just be laying on no hard
No,
surface.
no.
You'll wake up more trouble than what you started with.
Start creeping around the apartment like you don't want that. So thank you for that, for reminding me that, because we literally do that. We literally do that. We sleep on some company come over for the holiday or something. Look, I got a couple of them blow up pool mats.
What company you doing like that?
Look, you better get on the company you want to leave.
Oh yeah, because
You know who I'm talking about.
Do people? That
That
ain't how
company
you
you want.
do
Hey,
'em.
come sleep on this.
Hey Essie.
Hey Essie, how you doing,
dear,
Ma?
Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Essie.
Hey Crafty Mom Creations.
Hey, Crafty Ma. Oh yeah, I see
Hey
her.
all my friends.
Thank you, everybody. So,
All right, give me about 30 minutes. Y'all go take a break.
Go take a break
What
from
y'all been doing for an
all this
hour and a
madness.
half, right? Go do some stuff, and I'll come back. So if you don't got your notifications on, go ahead, put them on, and I'll come back on, and I'll talk about. We're gonna share what should be in your everyday bag.
I gotta ask this. Can I ask it?
What?
You want to answer that?
What are you talking about?
This-
Tamar, can home insurance protect your house? No.
From flooding?
No, it cannot. You have to have flood insurance.
No. Can it keep you from flooding?
No, that's not what they're saying.
Okay, that's why I said you read it, because you know I would have read it.
No, regular homeowners insurance does not cover from flooding.
No, and
So you've got to get, and you got to make sure it's the FEMA backed or whatever. I can't think of the letters, but yeah, make sure you get the right kind.
Sister B, you said what about the gold Berkey kit? Hey, if you're gonna pay all of that money for that, this Life Straw is way cheaper than that. You're doing pretty much the same thing. I just don't see the reason to. If
you might want to just do some research on like what are the limitations of things, because everything can't do everything. You just got to figure out what's gonna help you the way you need to be helped.
And here's the other thing, for the flooding question, we are prime examples of that. Flood insurance is crap. Is crap, because we had the 2000.
That's saying the same. They are the same. You can't say that because you're going to have a deductible. It's up to you to get the policy that has a deductible you can deal with. Now understand, the lower the deductible, the higher the premium. You just got to make your choice. But they're all the same. They're not crap. I mean, because who got the money to replace a whole house? In their pocket.
I need to sell some insurance. Then that's a heck of a racket.
It's a lot of people doing that.
I know it's a heck of a racket. Don't get me started on that.
It's a part of protecting yourself. Protect yourself as much as you can, and on the front end.
Every time
so
I
you
gotta
won't
pay,
have to come so much
every
out of
time I
pocket
gotta pay this insurance, whether it's this
well,
house
that's
or these
just
cars.
A reality.
I don't care. Guess what? Crime is a reality too. Every time I gotta pay one of them suckers for something and then when I need them, they're like, "Well, it doesn't cover that."
On that note,
this is how I feel. I feel like the mob got one in my ribs, right? Stick them up, say. I hate that, man. I hate it. So this is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna get on out of here. Give us about 30 minutes, and Lady Leg gonna take this over, and I'm gonna be quiet. I told you next time I'm gonna shut all the way up. The next time I talk about this though, I'm going hard. So this ain't gonna be for the week. What I got to talk about. I'm coming Rambo style, sideways through the side door, busting through the window.
No.
Yes, I'm coming through the window. I'm swinging on a rope and I'm coming from the rooftop.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling them.
That's how them people was on that show, and then they quickly realized, yeah, I'm going home.
Yeah, right. We're gonna talk about that too. Okay, let's talk about that too. Okay, because that's important. People need to see that show, and they need to know that you're full of crap.
Don't be playing.
Right. So everybody, thank you so much. We're gonna go on Lady Leia. She about to set up, she's setting it up now, the live broadcast right this minute. We going over there in 30 minutes or less, like some fries out the drive-through window, and let's get it popping. I'm ready. I'm already ready to go Rambo. I'm ready to talk. I'm talking about slingshots, bow and arrows. How many people know anything about archery? You know anything about archery? I got everything. Crossbows, mini crossbows, long bows, recurve bows, compound bows, compound fishing bows, you name it. I do it. So we're gonna be talking about that too. Okay? Because your firearm ain't the only way you can protect yourself. All right? We're gonna be talking about fishing. I wanted to talk about that today, but that's getting a little out of hand. Man, build your own fishing and hunting kit. I got trap wire, I got line, I got lures. Let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna show you something real quick. It's gonna hurt your feelings a little bit. Stop buying bobbers. I'm gonna show you what a bobber look like if you don't know how to fish. This is a bobber. They come in all different sizes, right? Some of them long, some of them little round like this, some of them big, some of them small. Stop buying this garbage because they're expensive, and when you lose them, they're crap. This is what you do. You can find these anywhere, and get them for free. I got tons of them from a bar around here when I was canning wine, or go to a wine shop, and they sell these by the dozens. A cork, a used wine cork. This is the best bobber you will ever have in your life. Now I'm gonna show you how right now. First, spray painted a light color, like a yellow or orange or something like that, so you can see it. That's the only reason you painting it. You take this, you cut this right down the middle, just like that. See that? You're gonna cut that right down the middle until you hit the center of this cork. Just like that. See that? Right there, right into the center where you would put the corkscrew. Now, watch this. I've been doing this for years. Here's your fishing line. Look, you slide that right down in that crease that you just put in there. Look, bobber. Imagine this is fishing line. This is trap wire right here. But imagine this is fishing line. Now you can adjust this everywhere you want. Anywhere on that line. So if you need to move it up the line a little, you pick it up. And this is pinching it just like this. Stop buying bobbers. You got bobbers right there probably after the party, okay? The after party, keep the corks. After every party, keep the corks. This is your bobber. This little thing costs $1.09. The bigger they are, the more they cost. The more extravagant they are, the more they cost. You got the bobber doing the exact same thing. That this is real natural wood, real cork wood that'll never go bad, ever. That'll break. This won't. If you lose this while you're fishing, you ain't heartbroken about it and you ain't lost no money. When anybody that know about fishing, you're going to lose tons of these. If you don't need it to be this big and you just catching panfish, you just catching sunfish, crappie, bluegill, cut this in half. You don't even need it to be that big. You can do anything with this. I'm gonna do that for you right now. You don't even need it to be that big. Cut it in half. That way you can get that thing bobbing fast, and that you can see that fish a little better. I'm trying to do this without cutting myself half to death. This little knife. Now I got a little bobber. Remember, it's painted yellow or light orange or something with some spray paint. It's things that I'm going to get into. I told you I'm going hard. This is stuff that I do normally every day here on my land and out in my life. So that's what we're going to do. Okay? So that's it, you guys. We're heading over to Lady Led. Don't forget everything. You might want to go look at this description box because I got everything in there that I could possibly think of. I'm going to put these towelettes in there right now, but I got waterproof matches. You name it, I got it in there, and that list is just going to keep growing so you can get right to it. Okay, Led Farmer 73. I love y'all, and I'm out. Going over to Lady Led's channel right now. Peace. Be safe. I love you, and I'm out.